Hello, friends. Thank you for joining us. My name is Joel, and this is the O2 Drop. You're listening to your favourite made-for-adults Pokemon VGC podcast, coming from Perth, the home of Christopher Marr.
My full name. Wow.
Yeah, well, you're in trouble this week.
True. I am in trouble. Yeah, it was great to be here, and looking forward to a cracking episode. I've got good feelings about this one.
Good vibes. Also joined by three-time Perth regional champion, Mr. Alistair Sandover.
My full name too. Yeah. I mean, it's on those results, I guess. Thank you. Excited to be here.
Now, we are joined by a very exciting guest, an individual that we last spoke to in January of 2025 when we were still playing Scarlet and Violet. I believe at that time, were we speculating about champions yet, or it had not been advanced?
I don't know. It was, if you want to go back and listen to part one, it was season 2, episode 9,
29.
Moxie Boosted, episode 29, season 2, Moxie Boosted and the Holy Snail.
Yes, lots of Wo-Chien chats, and it potentially revealed by the name of that previous episode. We are once again speaking to amazing
Aaron
content creator.
That's the one. Actually, if you could get him on, that'd be great. No, it is Marcos Perez, aka Moxie Boosted.
How you doing, friend?
How are we doing? I'm doing good. You know, a lot has changed since we last talked. We're playing champions. You and I, we're now mobile gamers. I'm sorry for the downgrade.
Yes.
You know. Now I feel guilty when I play Pokemon Showdown on the toilet because I could be playing the real thing. You know?
We were discussing this last week.
Does anyone else?
Yeah.
Do you ever find yourself still playing Pokemon Showdown on your phone?
No.
I still do sometimes.
It's habit. It's habit. It feels comfortable.
Yeah.
So many people in our group chats are talking about how many games are getting through at work. And I'm like, my job does not allow for me to play champions on my phone. It really frustrates me.
You have a job, whereas most people, according to you, don't.
Look, I am one of the few people in the world with an actual job.
The most exciting thing about champions on the mobile, I think, is that being able to play while you're doing your business.
Yeah.
Because I got a 17 win streak in season M3 almost exclusively while doing business.
All in one sitting?
No. Spread out over 5 or 6 days.
Okay.
I was gonna say that's impressive. It's a large meal.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it is a downgrade being a mobile gamer, but at the same time, it feels really good.
I think it's okay being a mobile gamer if you're also just like a big time YouTuber, because someone had to go and make a second account, Moxie Boosted. So you got your Moxie Boosted gym. That's the second one, right? And then the regular main account.
Yeah. I tried doing champions content on the main channel for a little bit, but I'm going to be honest, guys, as someone who is on the frontier of champions content creation, it's not hitting the algorithm like an Overwatch or like a Marvel Rivals would. It's very much more like I don't know. A lot of I got better views when ZA was out. That's what I'll say.
Wow.
Like the ZA videos got better views, which that's not like a bad thing for Pokemon Champions. I think Pokemon Champions does have a much bigger audience than Scarlet and Violet VGC, but I think that like compared to like a main game coming out, like the general community doesn't have as much hype surrounding it, you know?
Yeah.
We've actually had, when we actually put the shout out for questions for you, someone did make the comment that they actually prefer your videos that have like more like VGC history and lore and stuff in them. Like kind of along the lines of your latest video, you did the Pokemon with the high stats in the game, and you talked about Shuckle and Blissey and all that sort of stuff and their competitive history. Like, I think a lot of people like that sort of content. Champions there's so much Champions content out there at the moment.
Yeah, like that's why I keep it strictly to the second channel at this point, which that's the funny part. I am maybe the laziest YouTuber. It's funny. I feel like I'm like simultaneously the busiest and the laziest at every moment. Because I do spend a lot of time on the main channel videos. And we've reached a point of like production where I'm storyboarding for the editors, and I have like 2 scripts I finish every week. However,
all right, Wolfie.
However, yeah, we're in a transitional period because I'm like, okay, you know, the Champions in the main channel isn't working out. We're putting it in the second channel. And because I'm so busy writing and producing for a main channel, I have hardly played Champions in the past 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, look, well, I mean, it's got to be it's got to be sustainable.
Yeah,
what you do, right? But I mean,
it's transitional. So like, I gotta get through like the next couple of weeks of like, you know, writing and storyboarding and handing things off to the editors and having meetings with them, because I have 3 editors now.
Whoa!
And the idea is that the main channel is like, at this moment, going to be like probably not even making that much money. I'm probably going to be like going like even on the main channel for a little bit. And the second channel is going to be like my day job, like streaming and second channel.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, that's like the daily grind stuff. And then like, I should, if I have like a good schedule, be able to just focus on writing and stuff for a couple of hours a day on the main channel and then playing Champions. But like, it's just that I'm going to be pulling double duty for like 2 more weeks.
Is your main channel at 300,000 subs yet? Because I really want to know what the best bench is in Limio City. You've been edging us for like years.
I was actually growing at a pretty steady pace towards that, like during ZA, and then I switched to Champions, and that's when it really slowed down.
Oh,
so
bloody
that being said,
will you still do it though? Like if you get it like 2 years from now, you'll still do it?
Yeah, I'll probably like upload it as like an April Fool's Day video if it's around that time. I'm hoping it's going to be sooner because like we did release, I would argue like my best video of all time. I think the highest stats video is like my best produced video yet. And we're trying to like keep that same level of quality with other videos that are coming out. So I'm hoping that we have like another little growth spurt with viewers. Hopefully it'll be sooner than April 1st, but for April Fool's Day, I will probably
get it out there.
I mean, this episode should really boost those numbers, I think. Huge.
We'll give an extra 200, yeah.
It might help.
I mean, it's very funny hearing that Champions like potentially hurt, you know, a channel of your size, Moxie, because like when Champions came out, we got a massive kick. And, you know, I'm not going to pretend like we're huge or anything, but like being strictly focused on kind of VGC, trying to tailor content to that, you know, trying to be like somewhat educated, somewhat humorous in the space. Champions coming out gave us a big kick. Like I want to say like a 50 to 60% boost in listen numbers, and it has re-stabilized slightly higher than it was now that we're a few months in. But like just
I think it's the
interesting to
case
hear.
for most people. It's for me in particular. I think it wasn't a very good release cycle. Like it was a good release cycle initially, but now that it's over, I've stabilized actually a little bit lower than I was prior. Okay. And I know exactly why, right? So on the second channel, I stabilized way higher, right? Like second channel hit 30,000 subscribers and like I get like 6 to 10,000 views on every video. Like that's where it grew. And the reason is because that's purely Champions content. The main channel got hurt a little bit because prior to Champions coming out, I was extremely focused on making like discussion videos, talking about like the history of the game and like trying to do like a little bit more quality stuff, like rather than the daily grind. But when Champions came out, I was like, okay, I have to find a way to fit Champions into this to help the algorithm. First Champions video did incredible. It's like a little under 200,000 views. And then I like uploaded a battle video and that thing's sitting at like 40, 50, maybe 60,000 after 2 months.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, okay, so maybe battle content doesn't work. And then I thought to myself, like, okay, what if I just like upload lots of battle content? Will my subscribership change or like learn to like it? I don't know. And really what happened is I mixed a viewership who was expecting high quality content with a viewership who expects like battle content. And some people were okay with both, but a lot of people just like one or the other. So it's kind of like if Game Theory started uploading Let's Plays, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Not only will people not be watching the Let's Plays as much, but they'll end up out of like I'm not going to say good graces, but I think like the daily routine, or like when a guy who likes game theory a lot, they're like, oh, I'm going to wait for the next game theory video. They kind of forget that there's like a good video that's going to come out, and it's not just this from now on if you do it for long enough. And I did it for like a month, which is why I say we're in a transitional period where I'm kind of like rebuilding that viewership of people who expect like high quality stuff.
Look, if you run out of time with your storyboarding and production meetings and all scripts and all that sort of stuff, just remember you can make more tier slot. Like, I still love some tier slot. I watched your rating the megas tier slot. Also, I'm devastated you missed Mega Houndoom, but I'm sure you already know that.
You mean Charizard with no sun? Yeah.
But I will give you some kudos for believing in Mega Camerupt. You gave it B-. I'm going to take that B- ranking on the Mega.
B-.
I'm going to because I think Farigiraf with like a Colbur Berry is pretty cracked in regulation MB.
Fairly.
Regulation Moxie Boosted. Do
you remember the name of the tier I put it in though? Like, it's technically B-, but do you remember the name of the tier?
Oh, just tell me. I'm old.
That's where all the hard trick room megas went.
Yes,
these are bad, but they're on hard trick rooms, so you have to respect it a little bit.
I have become a little bit of a hard trick room filth player, just because I enjoy clicking eruption. Because I just want to do my daily
eruption.
I just want to do my slop. Yeah, I'm running Appleton with apple acid. It's a long story. If you're interested, I'll pitch it. I'll pitch it to you offline. It's very, very cool team. Because Appleton can underspeed and click Apple Acid and Draco Meteor for things that Eruption doesn't kill. So with your videos, look, these champions videos are very clickbaity. So I'm going to straight out call you out on that. But let's just go through a few of them already.
You
right?
got to grind the algorithm.
Okay. So these are the titles. Megastaraptor is invincible. Is it?
Did I call it invincible? Probably. Yeah. No, I think Megastaraptor is just okay.
Just okay?
Very vincible, actually.
Very vincible. Megastaraptor is very vincible. You hear it first. In
reality, Megastaraptor is very vincible.
Yeah.
Yes.
This move made Megaskeptile broken. It was Shedtail. Do you stand by that comment?
Yeah. I stand by Shedtail's underexplored. I don't think it's broken.
Mm-hmm. I finally made Megascolopede good? ? Did you?
That one, I stand by. Stand by it, actually.
Was that the
friend
Baton
Tim,
Pass?
my friend Blake. No, it's not. It's not Baton Pass. That one, it's coaching Annihilate Scolopede, and it did make day 2 of the Grand Champions Festival Encore. And that was the only Scolopede, I think, the whole tournament. And I think, I don't know how Blake finished. I think Blake might have dropped rather than being out. I didn't check his actual run, but
he would have won.
One of the people who were on that team. Yeah, he would have won. No, one of the people who were on that team that we built together did pretty well. So I do think we finally found like the Scolopede combo. I think that I don't think Scolopede is like the best Pokemon, obviously, but I think that we finally found the 2 Pokemon that make it work. You gotta, Annihilate has been phenomenal for it. Annihilate's just, it's so good. Yeah. It's such a good Pokemon now. It's weird to say because Rage Fist got nerfed. It doesn't do like the same things it used to. It doesn't have Final Gambit, but Ape still is good. It's just like a fundamentally good tool.
Yeah, good typing.
I was
attack,
so excited
defiant.
to do Final Gambit stuff with Ape, and then I saw that it didn't have Final Gambit. I was like, oh. And I have not touched Ape.
Can someone not set hard trick room with Final Gambit anymore? Here's your consolatory bird.
Yeah. You can run Vincible Staraptor.
Vincible Star self murdering bird.
Here's the self-vincinating.
Okay, how about this one?
I need to look up the etymology of invincible. Well, yeah, go ahead and ask them. I'm looking at the etymology of invincible to find out what invincible means.
You can Moxie task. How about this? Mega Dragalge is so underrated in Champions. Do you stand by that?
I do, actually. I think that actually tournament results showed a little bit that Mega Dragalge Floette as a dual Mega with like Grimmsnarl and Sonora stuff is very, very solid. I don't think it's not like an F tier Mega. Like a lot of people were putting it like low tier, D tier, C tier. I think it's like B if we like really get down to the brass tacks.
I think
definitely a secondary though.
I think on paper, like it's got Regenerator, it's a stat stick, it's got a cool typing, but like when it's pivoting in and out to heal, like what is it doing? Like it's not KOing shit.
I ran into one that had
to be honest,
clicks Toxic?
The way that you play it, yeah, you literally play it like an offensive Toxapex. Like Toxapex is doing stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's mostly just clicking Toxic, Baneful Bunker, and switching. Like you literally just play it like a Toxapex that learned Stricken Meteor.
Yeah.
Okay. But to make the opportunity cost is a bit wild.
I think I ran into one which was like Draco Meteor, Toxic, and Flip Turn or something like that, so that it could like get out and chip and regenerate.
Just switch anyway. Run a better move, probably.
I mean, I wasn't prepared for
every
the flip
time
turn.
If I see a Staraptor, I just click Toxic on it turn 1, and
that's good.
That's pretty effective.
Yeah, that's good.
Like they can't they gotta switch.
KO.
Like eventually that Sinistcha is not cutting it.
No.
Yeah, I mean, a Toxic Staraptor is even more vincible than a regular Staraptor. So.
Exactly.
So all these champions videos.
Oh, by the way, I looked up the etymology. The word invincible comes from the late Middle English word invincible, which derives directly from the Latin invincibilis, and it breaks into two parts and not to conquer. It's basically not conquerable.
Not conquerable. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So is the opposite of invincible vincible, or is that just now something we've just completely made up? We just made up. Okay.
No clue. We're getting into Latin and
it's probably some really weird cutoff. Like the first time I found out the split of helicopter is Helio and Pater. Well, Helico and Pater.
Disturb the sun.
Yeah, it's like, oh fuck.
It's definitely like too early in the morning for you and too late at night for us for Latin. But I wanted to ask, like, all these like champion videos you've been putting out, and you've been like trying to make each mega competitively viable in some niche way, right? That's your thing. What's like the one you've had the most fun doing? What's been like your favorite mega to try and make work?
I would say it is probably Scolipede. I think Scolipede's like the most fun mega that I've played. It was the least fun mega before I found out Annihilate was good next to it. Like unironically, I think it's like a one solution Pokemon. Like that, this is the correct answer, you know? But when I was trying it like on its own with like, okay, let's put like a coaching mon next to it. Crap, the only good coaching mon is Sneasler. I'm not going to do that. I'm not doubling down on poison types. I'm just going to click Gunk Shot with the one that's already fast and strong.
Yeah.
And then, then we're like, oh, what if we put it on Rain so it doesn't lose to Charizard? And then I put it on Rain. I'm like, that's cool. The Whimsicott clicks Sunny Day and the whole team dies anyways. Like, it's like, and I can't switch it out. It's not like a Swampert where you can pivot with it. Like, you worked hard for that Swords Dance, It really is like Ape itself made it so much easier to play, and it fixed so many matchups because you have to just think about it like logistically, like what beats Ape? Floette, psychic types, fairy types, that sort of thing. And what beats them? Well, the bug poison type. You can click protect on turn 1 and coaching it, you get +1 defense, +1 attack, and +1 speed. Then you mega evolve. Now you're even in your mega form faster than Garchomp. And Leech Life at +1 is like healing way more damage than Garchomp's capable of. Because do you know Scolipede has like 100? What's its defense stat? It's ridiculous.
It's high. It's like 140 something. I don't know. That could be made up, but it's high.
I remember it being high. Yeah.
Yeah. So base defensive Mega Scolipede, I was guessing 148, but that could be made up.
It's 149. I just checked. It is. It's a ridiculous thing. And the best part, its HP is so low that it synergizes with Leech Life perfectly. Like you will +1 Leech Life a Garchomp at like when you're at 30%, you go back up to like 90 or 80.
Yeah.
Damn.
If only Bug wasn't resisted by like every type in the game.
Yeah. And unfortunately, you do have to run Gunk Shot on it. +1 Gunk Shot is a straight up OHKO into Mega Charizard. Most of them. Like it's a roll on some of the like bold ones, but being able to KO the majority of Mega Charizards is incredible. And there's another interaction that's really fun with it. It's cool because Scolipede's so dynamic in the first 2 turns of the game. You can play mind games. You can either Swords Dance and coaching, calling out that they're going to call protect coaching, and then you get +3, +1, +1, making you basically turn 1 win in a lot of situations. Or you can just click protect coaching. There was one situation where I was playing against Garchomp and Mega Delphox, and I went for coaching and protect, and then on the next turn I'm like, crap. if I Mega Evolve, I'm slower than the Delphox. But right now I'm faster, and I Gunk Shotted, and it one-shot the Delphox in base form. And I'm like, wow.
Nice.
This thing's nuts.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, look, you're selling it to me.
It's such a dynamic Pokemon. Like, you have so much fun. I really recommend you try it.
You also actually hinted at something when in your tier slop. You mentioned you were considering Mega Meganium with base Aerodactyl, and you said like, oh, someone should go and like test that. That got my curiosity. I think. Have you actually tried that combination? I don't know if you remember saying.
I haven't gotten around to it yet because I just haven't been playing the game as much. And I'm gonna be able to start playing the game again in like a week. You know, I'm busy with my main channel stuff, but I do want to test it out. I think that Mega Meganium is positioned pretty well right now, all things considered.
I think it's something that you could see rear its, you know, if everyone's kind of keeping their source a little close to their chest in the lead up to Worlds. Mega Meganium is one of those Pokemon I think could like have a deep run at Worlds with the right player.
For sure.
Yeah, I think that like as someone who was a big Mega Meganium naysayer for I don't know, a month and a half. I don't know. Here's the thing. I try to do my best to be an opening and welcoming person in the community when it comes to people trying to learn. My whole job is basically tricking people into watching competitive Pokemon content. Because believe it or not, if your name isn't Wolfie, the majority of the people don't want to watch competitive Pokemon content. You know, my whole channel is just tricking people into watching it. Like, oh, you want to know what the top 10 Pokemon are? Psych, it's the top 10 Pokemon in VGC. But I made it seem like it wasn't, right?
And here's a battle.
And it works. It works. You get people to watch. But the thing is, there are certain Pokemon and strategies that just annoy me because I feel like it keeps people from learning. Hard Trick Room. I'm literally going to upload a video this week on Second Channel why I hate Hard Trick Room. And believe it or not, it's not because I lose to it. My record against Hard Trick Room is phenomenal in tournament. You should see that. Look it up. But basically, my issue with certain teams is that a lot of people hop on this one team and only learn how to play the game in one way. And it's like in a way that doesn't really let them engage with a lot of the mechanics of the game. And Hard Trick Room is one of those that I think keeps people from learning the game very well. And then the other one was Dondozo, but I think that one is meant to be a starter team.
Yeah.
But Mega Meganium started to fall into that because Mega Meganium Rain basically became like before Hard Trick Room was viable, Mega Meganium Rain was very much like the I am learning the game and I want to only play this for a while type of team. Yeah. And it caused people to rate Meganium way higher than it actually was on like tier lists. Like, of course, it wasn't like the big competitive players who were doing this, but it was like people who are just learning the game. Like, oh, Mega Meganium is the most broken Pokemon ever, kind of in the same way that people think Mega Staraptor is the most broken Pokemon ever, right?
I remember you said that Staraptor was this Psy Spam of champions, where like that's the team you start on.
Yes.
It's like a good learning team.
Exactly. It's a great learning team, but you got to take the training wheels off at some point, because let me tell you something, those training wheels will let you beat Timmy, Todd, and Tina in like the tricycle race. But like when you're playing against, you know, what's his name? Lance Armstrong, the guy, the guy who actually raced bikes. You're not gonna beat him with training wheels. That's like the best way I put it. You know, maybe there's an application for training wheels somewhere down the line if you're like a pro biker, but I think that I don't know. I get it. It's like a to each their own. I'll never like tell someone like stop playing Hard Trick Room, but I will like joke about it a lot on the internet, you know?
Oh yeah. You know, I feel exactly the same way. Hard Trick Room is one of those teams where you're effectively circumventing, quote unquote, actually playing the game to a certain degree. But I wouldn't like tell someone like, oh, you suck because you play Hard Trick Room or anything like that.
It's a valid strategy.
No, I'd never do that. But I will like point out like one of the best Hard Trick Room slanders, and we fact checked this. There's only one example other than MDB of someone winning a major with Hard Trick Room. And what I always point to that. I go like, Hard Trick Room is a fundamentally solid archetype. You can play that team and it will get you to Master Ball, if not top 500 Master Ball. You will get there. If you're good, you can get close to number one on ladder. But I do think that it's like an archetype that kind of relies on the opponent either not having an answer to Hard Trick Room, which a lot of teams just straight up don't, you know, like there are a lot of teams that just don't have Taunt, right? There are a lot of teams that don't have Imprison, that don't have Roar. And that's because if you're good enough, you can play around it.
Yeah.
Most people are not good enough to beat hard Trick Room without the correct tools, you know?
Without getting double protects.
Eventually you got to land your double protects. But I think that when you get to a certain place, whether that be top 100 on ladder, where people do have the techs to beat hard Trick Room, because it's best of one, you have to have the techs. You have to hide them, in fact. Or two, you're in a tournament and they can see exactly what your setup for hard Trick Room is, and they can just play around it. I think that it is a archetype that carries people to a certain point, but can't carry them further. And it's the can't carry them further that makes me want to tell people to hop off of hard Trick Room and try a different team. But a lot of people are so comfortable, and that's okay. You know, it's okay to be comfortable with like a certain level of play. I think that like if you can consistently hit Master Ball, you're like an okay player, right?
I feel like you're speaking about my experience of like the last 3 weeks in MB, because I like hard Trick Room became such a crutch to me in the beginning of MB that I was using Iron Ball Sneasler with 0 speed investment.
I mean, like it's a
and
cool
like
team.
Yeah, like it was a cool team that I got from a Japanese stream, but then I was just like jumping into a wall at 1800 that I could not push through, and I was like, I got to play something different here to like feel the game in another way.
Yeah, it's okay to be comfortable with like a certain level of performance and not really wanting to push back and like try something new and like try to push past that barrier. I just think that it in a way kind of disqualifies someone who plays only one type of team from like having a conversation about like the broader metagame, because you don't engage with the broader metagame.
Yeah, true.
Just to expand on your hatred of hard Trick Room, I will give you a shout out for your tweet last week where you talked about sending someone's Farigiraf to the Giraffe to Life.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I love sending Farigiraf to the Giraffe. Farigiraf is not my like most hated Pokemon in this game. I'm trying to think what is my most hated Pokemon, but it's not Farigiraf. It's getting close though. That we don't have like this game does not have the same level of offensive tools as like Terrassalization allowed us. So Farigiraf is like the stocks on that thing are extremely up, you know?
Oh yeah. I think I've got like 4 teams in the builder that have
pretty good
Farigiraf as like a core part of it. Even some of it to not be in Trick Room mode. Like,
yeah, but I'll always point out, I'll be like, hard Trick Room is great if you want to like hit a certain point and not go further. There's a reason the only person, and there's one other person, I forget their name, who won a major with hard Trick Room. It was like the beginning of Scarlet Violet in it was one of the Oceania regions. It was one of those majors.
It was Diego Ferreira in Brisbane. Surely.
Oh, did he win?
Yeah,
Brisbane?
he won Brisbane. Yeah, with Cali Ice and Reg G. Yeah. In prison.
Yes. I don't know if Cali Ice is like hard Trick Room. I meant more like only Trick Room, no other way, right? It was like an Armorers team, like way back in the day, like 2023 that I was thinking of. But like besides that, the hardest Trick Room that has ever won a regional, and the only other one, in my opinion, was MDB, who won. I forget which event it was, but I remember it was a big deal because everyone on the timeline was saying like, "Oh my god, hard Trick Room finally won a major." Caveat: it's MDB. He could win with anything.
I remember that. Yeah.
So I always say like it took a good player to win with hard Trick Room.
Yeah,
he is good.
I mean, Diego has been playing hard Trick Room for the better part of the last 4 years, and
wild.
He's got a very mixed bag of results.
Top 4 at Worlds.
So top 4 at Worlds.
Top 8.
So top 8, sorry?
Yeah.
Top 8 at Worlds.
Top 8, and then he has like 3-5'd some like Oceania.
Well, they also won Brisbane.
Yeah.
He also did bring Lurantis Trick Room team. So
yes.
You know,
I think if you have the swag to bring Lurantis, you're no longer hard Trick Room. You've like escaped that social pariah, you know. Now you're just cool.
Diego doesn't just use like the cookie cutter hard Trick Room builds. He always has, something different. Yeah.
That Lurantis team had Sap Sipper Farigiraf.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're pushing the envelope of like hard Trick Room and you're playing cool things, I'm kind of down with it, like nice, try that. It's mostly that like it's like the same team.
Indeed, Hatterene, Armorage, Gallad.
Yeah, I'm like I played this team so many times, and I get it. Like there's gonna be an established version of that team, but like I feel like to bring that team to an event, and keep in mind, I'm not someone who like goes to every event trying to win, but like you are very clearly not trying to win if you pack that team. Like you're trying to like get your points and go.
I agree. Yeah.
No.
And I'm like, I will acknowledge, I'm like the least qualified person to be talking about someone going X3 at an event. That's like my literal job.
The X3 Grim Reaper.
Yeah, I am the X. As soon as I hit X3, I get like Sharingan eyes, and like I know everything you're about to do.
Just while we're reminiscing about sort of like the past, like so you are going to Worlds this year in San Fran, I believe, as a content creator this year. But tell us about your 2025-2026 season overall, like how you think you went, and then what you're looking forward to at Worlds.
Laughs.
Non-existent season. Non-existent season.
I mean, you
if you really look at
competed.
the numbers.
You did compete.
I did compete, but like I will say 2024 might have been the last time I put like prep into an event that like I was proud of. 2025, I told myself basically, you know, I'll qualify for Worlds in 2024, and they had announced champions at some point between 2024 and 2026. I forget when, but it was at that point that I kind of decided this is going to be a content year. I don't really care too much about like qualifying for Worlds, right? And then 2 years passed, and because I thought champions was going to come out sooner, right?
Yes.
And then I go, surely 2026 champions will come out early enough where I'll want to go to Worlds. And then they released it 2 months before the World Championships. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not going to Worlds this year. Because like, that's when I wanted to lock in. And now that it's out, I'm not locking in because there's no season for me, at least. Like I would have to win a regional at this point with how many points I had. But even then, like I could have shown up to a lot more events. I think I played in maybe 3 or 4 events this year. And I was supposed to play in like 6 or 7 because I missed flights so many times this
Orlando,
season.
I remember you fell asleep in the airport lounge or the gate.
Yep. And no one woke me up.
So rude.
Wow.
To be fair, I was rolling up to Orlando with James Evans's Koraidon Weezing team from NAIC. So like I didn't even like build a team. I just asked him like, hey, give me a paste. I want to play something I can go X3 with, right? Because I didn't want to build Reg I. I hate Reg I. I was just sick of it at that point. And then I also missed, or was it Houston or Dallas this year? It wasn't San Antonio. I missed that one. And it was hilarious because it was me and my girlfriend, we got on the plane. It was Spirit Airlines, God rest their soul. And we hopped on the plane. We had a layover in Fort Lauderdale. And the plane never left Fort Lauderdale. They just said, hey, sorry, we're not going to Texas anymore. Our bad. And we sat in the Fort Lauderdale airport over spring break weekend.
Oh, God.
So it was completely crowded, right? Absolutely crowded because they were in Florida on a beach. And I think that we were there we basically left our house at like noon the day before. And we got back to our house at like 4 p.m. the next day.
That is wild. Like last time we spoke to you, you were having dating woes, and obviously since that time, in the last year and a half, you've now in a relationship. You have a girlfriend, which is amazing. And I think if you guys managed to survive in a Fort Lauderdale like airport and get stranded like that, that would be such a stressful moment. If you're still together after that, then I think she's a keeper. Just quietly.
Yeah, my dating life was kind of interesting over the past year because I really like I don't date in the VGC scene, frankly. I don't like dating Pokemon players. That being said, I did meet my girlfriend at the World Championships. But like I was dating a lot last year just because I was a content creator who worked at home. I lived alone, and I'm like, okay, my friends, we don't hang out too much outside of like houses, like. They like to play D&D. I'm not the biggest D&D guy anymore. I used to be really big into D&D, but I don't like being inside too much. You know, I'm inside all day, right? So because of that, like I needed to have like a little bit of a social outlet, and it ended up just being in the form of what's the easiest way to meet someone these days without having like a social gathering space. We can talk all about like the socioeconomic realities of life where there's no third spaces or whatever, but basically I was living it. I'm like, okay, let's just date because at the very least I get out of the house. And I was just kind of like going on dates and stuff. And it wasn't really like super fulfilling. It was fun. You know, I met a lot of really nice people I'm still friends with today. But I met the person that I ended up staying with, not on a dating app, which is, you know, it kind of felt like I was barking up the wrong tree for a while.
Yeah. I mean, we speak about dating apps a lot in our subscription content.
We have 2 of our panelists on them at the moment with no luck whatsoever.
Yeah. They're like, why do we pay for this? Like, this is horrendous.
I'm not going to lie. I was good at getting dates on the dating apps. Not like I'm a certified G, not like that. Right. But it was like, I'm a fairly sociable guy. Like I like to go try new things. So there were a lot of people I met who I did make friends through it, but eventually, you know, my friends are like, it's weird that most of your friends are people that you met on dating apps, dude.
Oh, it must be weird. Yeah.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair. But, you know, it was like a one date and then I was like not feeling it. Let's just be friends, you know?
Yeah.
At that point, you know, it's fine, you know?
No harm, no foul.
You didn't even really date if you think about it, you know?
Yeah.
You got Buffalo Wild Wings and you went home.
Well, yeah, I sometimes I miss dating because it's like exciting, getting excited about going on a date and meeting a new person. But then I remember like how bad dating is, and I'm like, no, I'm good.
It's exhausting, after
and also like the mind games and trying to figure out what they're thinking, what they mean with their communication, and like what they want, and and whether they're like.
See, I've never had that issue because I love communicating.
You are,
Crazy.
I don't know.
One thing you communicated that I thought was very interesting is apparently you're trying to recruit people to do the Harlem Shake with you at Worlds this year. Talk us through that.
Dude, I love that. That's one of my favorite bits I've like thought of recently. And it's like, I'm going to be honest, kind of a weirdo. I think a lot of things are funny in my mind, but not so funny outwardly. Right. And I think one of the funniest things possible is just being like, stuck in 2013 perpetually, like still very party rock anthem coded, right?
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out when the last time I heard the Harlem Shake was.
I haven't seen it. In years.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I was like, oh, you know, it's a funny tweet. Hey, who wants to go do the Harlem Shake with me at Worlds this year?
Did you get any takers though?
I had one taker and I'm like, wait, you actually want to do the Harlem Shake? I don't know if I want to record the Harlem Shake, frankly.
You're committed. You're a man of your word, right? You're going to do the Lumio City benches. You got to commit to the Harlem Shake now. You've got to take it.
Exactly. And then we're going to do a flash mob too.
Yes. And then do some planking as well. Don't forget that.
Oh my God.
I have a panel at the World Championships where everyone will watch me do the cinnamon challenge.
And don't forget the ice bucket challenge.
I was going to say that one too. Yeah. All right.
You know, the ice bucket challenge I always thought was like interesting because I'm like, that was and it's probably just because I'm like younger and I don't remember like a previous time, but I think that might have been the first time that something like started off with really great intentions because it's like meant to spread awareness for like a very real disease.
Yeah.
And then it just became like me and my friends are going to dump ice on each other and like people just kind of forgot that it was for like ALS, you know?
Yeah.
Because the whole deal was you either have to do the ice bucket challenge or donate or both, right?
Yeah. And then it just became
dumping ice on each other, you know?
Yeah.
So what is
so that one,
what is the plan to get content at Worlds? Are you going to be like, because if I was there, we have a very different, I'd be like a roving journalist. I'd be doing like spot interviews. I'd be like, you know, just getting as much content as I can. But like, what are you going to get out of Worlds? Like, what's the plan? What are you storyboarding?
I'm see that one. I'm not even sure yet. I think I'm mostly just going to talk to like some of the players there and try to make I don't know if I'm going to do like a documentary or something, but I definitely want to make like a video following each player's like story. So before Worlds happens, I have to like talk to a couple of my friends who are like competitors. Like I got to talk to James. I got to talk to Joe. I got to talk to other James. I got to talk to other Joe and like figure out like, you know, what their plan is, kind of follow them. But I kind of want to tell the story of Worlds, but I also think that because it's Pokemon XP, there's other stuff I have to do. So I kind of have to do one video about other people and then one video about me.
I'd watch that.
As of right now, the plans are not very like solid, you know.
If you do end up talking to Wolf Glick, can you get him to unblock me on Twitter, please? I've been waiting for like 2 years now.
You don't have to do this.
I think getting here's the thing. Everyone with Wolf Glick, like you're either not followed by Wolf Glick or you're blocked by him, right? And I think that being not followed is where you want to be. I don't know how you managed to get blocked. Just don't bother him.
It's a long. I didn't.
It's not a long story at all. Chris had a one-man campaign.
Hashtag Wolfie goes down under.
To try and bring Wolf Glick to Perth regionals to try and like promote Oceania because we'd just lost OCIC. So Chris was basically tagging Wolf Glick with a hashtag Wolf goes down under almost every day.
Not every day.
But the things were like Wolf Glick photoshopped into situations around Perth City.
Very funny, so for the record.
I think after a month, he got a bit fed up with being tagged.
I would block him too. I'd block him too if he was doing that to me.
Okay, you know what? That's fine.
But yeah, no, you just gotta not bother him. You know, he's
I haven't bothered him in 2 years because you're blocked.
I don't go through my unblock list and think to myself, who should I unblock today? Who do I no longer have?
That's
on
why I need
my
you to ask
list,
him, Marcos. That's why I need you to ask him for me. It's part of your documentary.
I went bowling with him.
Oh, see, there we go. That was your in.
I could have saved you then.
Next time.
But I forgot.
Next time. It's all right. It's all right. Next time.
It was when we went to go preview Pokemon Champions. It was me, Wolf, Rosemary, Princess Diana, Sierra Dawn, Aaron, and a bunch of like other people who at this moment slipped my mind. Sorry. And we went to go play Pokemon Champions. It was like an hour long.
Oh, the demo thing. Yeah. Lorcy was there.
Yeah. Lorcy was. I was so happy when I saw Lorcy there. I'm like, oh, Lorcy was there. Talon was there. And when I saw that there were like, I don't want to say like mid-sized content creators. There are mid-sized content creators, but like when I saw people who were like deeply entrenched in the community of the game, but might not have like the same social media presence as like me, Wolf, or Aaron, I was like really happy because I'm like, oh my God, this is a game for us, right? Like that was like the most vindicating moment of it. So like getting to see like that they're inviting people of like a slightly smaller channel size who are like well respected in the community rather than like and this is no shade to like of course, what's his name? Like Alpha Rad, like rather than like inviting Alpha Rad who's like a purely social media influencer. Like I thought that was like really cool, like that's a game for the community. Okay. But yeah, we did the preview and then we went bowling afterwards and I won prizes. It was like one of those like arcade bowling combo places.
Oh, nice.
And I bought cotton candy in a pirate costume.
As you do. Actually, when I actually did do a Moxie Boosted Goes Down Under campaign and I photoshopped you as a pirate. So,
oh, well, I didn't see it because I blocked you.
Fair. Look, it happens.
Good choice.
It's fine. It's a very elite list then, like people that have like blocked me on Twitter.
People that block Chris.
Yeah. Okay. So I had a question about the bowling thing, but now I've forgotten it. So that's
was it going to be? Can you unblock me?
No,
because that's been answered.
Already asked. Yeah.
I'm going to pivot.
All right.
I want to talk to you, Moxie, about wrestling because you and I are both big wrestling fans.
Oh yes.
Yes. And I think you're more WWE orientated. I'm more AEW orientated, but I do watch both.
I watch a bit of AEW. I watch exclusively for MJF, but
he's pretty all round great wrestler. Like in and out of the ring, he's a very entertaining. But I mean, I can't remember how long you've been living in Chicago now, right? But how long have you been a CM Punk simp? Since
I was like 11.
Okay, so this is like entrenched now. This is ingrained in your blood.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Look, because I'm just like he's obviously just won the world title again. He's had I feel like people are giving him a bit of a hard time because you've become what you said you always had a problem with, a part timer coming and winning the title. No. But he just went on a break after WrestleMania and came back. He's not a part timer. He was on every bloody Raw and everything.
Let me lose so many people watching this podcast as I talk about the Roman Reigns and CM Punk dynamic for the next 15 minutes.
Oh God! No, okay. Oh God! You've got 2 minutes.
Okay. All right. So CM Punk is let's start in 2024, right? CM Punk is a workhorse of a wrestler. He's showing up to every single Monday Night Raw. He is there every single week. He's a fighting champion in 2025, and he is quite literally like the face of Monday Night Raw at that point, except for Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is also like there, but he's feuding with CM Punk, so who cares? Like, they're all the face of the company at that point. Well, CM Punk is someone who loves to wrestle, who loves to show up, and it feels like Roman Reigns just wants to get to Hollywood as soon as possible.
Oh yeah,
right?
totally.
This guy will show up once every like 5 months. And I think what really pissed me off is that I had CM Punk as a fighting champion on my favorite show, right? He was there every week. And then they have Gunther, who is just fresh off the heels of retiring John Cena. He retires AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble. And then that same night enters at 29 in the Royal Rumble. And it's him, Roman Reigns, and some other guy in the ring. And I go, oh my God, they're going to have Gunther retire AJ Styles and win the Royal Rumble the same night. This is incredible. This is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
And Roman Reigns shows up and I go, oh, I haven't seen this guy in forever. There's no way that they just give him another title opportunity. And he does. They give him another title opportunity. And you know what? First, I wasn't on board with it. And then the feud was really good. Mostly because CM Punk is one of the best promo guys ever. Like, he just delivers a promo like no one else. He built that feud. I cared, right?
And the match at Mania was good.
Oh, the match at Mania was incredible. I love that match, right? I was satisfied at the end of the day, even though CM Punk lost the title, because I'm like, okay, let's see what happens here. CM Punk, rather than chasing that title, they're going to let Roman Reigns do his own thing. Hopefully they'll write a good story, psych, bloodline again. And then CM Punk goes on break for like 3 months, not even 3 months, actually. He comes back, challenges Sami Zayn, wins in Chicago. I was there. I got to touch his shoulder. I'm on Monday Night Raw in one of the shots. And now people are saying, oh, CM Punk is just like Roman Reigns because CM Punk doesn't show up to any shows and then he wins the world championship. I'm like, no, Roman Reigns didn't show up to any shows for like 3 years. Like, he wrestled, I think it was like over the past like year, Roman Reigns has only wrestled on like 2 like premium live events and like 1 actual show, right?
I think people who are cheering Roman Reigns, people who are cheering Roman Reigns right now have forgotten what it was like with Roman Reigns at the top for so long with the title, like, showing up every now and then, defending the title like twice a year, like, you know what I mean? Like, they've forgotten what it's like with him at the top.
Is recency bias just terrible everywhere right now? Is that kind of what that is?
Dumbass Americans, no offense.
It really is just that, like, I think people forget that, like, when Roman Reigns has the title, he just isn't on TV.
Yeah.
Like, and the title's gone. When Seth Rollins has the title, that title's on TV every single week. When CM Punk has the title, that title's on TV every single week because they love wrestling. They love showing up to work. Their favorite part is the wrestling. And I think that, like, Roman Reigns, he might love wrestling. I don't know. I'm not him, but it seems like he only shows up if it's a big deal, which I kind of get it, but it's very Brock Lesnar to me, if that makes sense,
Yeah.
Let me just
I think that's the last time I was like very invested in wrestling was like when Lesnar like stepped away from wrestling to do MMA.
WrestleMania 20.
Probably.
Wow, when he versed Goldberg and they both quit after that match. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Since I was fully invested.
Dang, that sucked. And then they left.
Yeah. They stunk the joint out and then left. Can I just talk about you touching CM Punk? I'm going to read out your tweet here and I want to know how legit this story is.
Yeah.
And this is you posted on July 7th. When he was going through the crowd, this is CM Punk, I reached for a high five and tripped on this guy's popcorn bag and accidentally karate chopped CM Punk's shoulder.
Yeah. So you was going through, I am like way out, not in the middle of like the stands, but I'm like maybe 6 places from like the end. And when he's going through, everyone just rushes to the stairs because they want to like high five him and like congratulate him. Right. And I don't make it to the stairs because there's people in front of me. So I'm reaching past these people for a high five as he's coming down. And this guy's, it might even been like his soda. Like there was a popcorn and a soda on the ground. And I take one step and I trip on the object and my high five turns into a karate chop that lands on his shoulder. Not a hard one, right? Because I'm catching myself. I don't fall completely, but I missed the high five.
And he probably just thinks, who's this crazy fan that just chopped me in the shoulder? Please, security.
I mean, he was getting like patted on. He was getting patted on the back by literally every single person. So I don't think he noticed. But yeah, I karate chopped him. Unfortunately,
that's a story. You can tell that, like, you know, that you could put that on your next dating profile if it ever happens. I hope it doesn't. I hope you stick, you know, with the girlfriend forever now. But I mean, like, imagine just saying like, yeah, I karate chop CM Punk. Just make the master follow-up questions.
So I won.
Yeah,
I won.
Yeah, you actually won.
It was a non-title bout.
You won by count out because he left and got counted out.
It wasn't in the ring.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna smash through our guest questions. I'm gonna rapid fire this shit.
I have one quick question because
about the wrestling
because you do like wrestling training, right, Moxie?
Oh yes, this is a new thing.
Yeah,
you started this. Is this like a dream of yours, like a bucket list thing? Right?
I was gonna say, is this like a physical fitness? Is this an entertainment? Something you're looking to pursue? Because the only other person I know of who's like actively done wrestling training before is John Robertson, I think, who's like a comedian who does The Dark Room. It's like a bit game that he does shows with where, like, you know, you awake to find yourself in a dark room, and it's like a find your own adventure that you do with the crowd. Great comedian. Only other person I've heard of doing wrestling training, and he was like, I did 2 sessions and it was too physical for me, and I like stopped.
Jelly Roll did it.
It is Jelly Roll did it. Jelly Roll went all in with that, and good for him. I don't want to see him again, but good for him. But basically, it's extremely physically taxing. I can tell you that much. I've lost a bit of weight since I started doing wrestling, and I'm continuing to lose it. Nice. But yeah, I'm doing it not necessarily for the physical fitness. It's mostly just that, like, when I was 4, I told my mom I wanted to be a Pokemon trainer, and she said that wasn't a real job, and here we are.
She lied.
And then when I was 8, I told her I wanted to be a professional wrestler, and she just kind of said, "Aha, good for you." So now I'm going to be both, and that's going to be really cool because I think that, like, I think that it is. I don't know. You don't live forever. Obviously, I could die tomorrow,
live your dreams.
At the end of the day, you know, Pokemon trainer / professional wrestler, like that's just Professor Kukui, you know?
Yeah. But why don't you use this power you have with your mum now? Like, just to be like, I'm going to be a billionaire. Just make it happen, because like you've proven her wrong twice now. Like.
It's because professional wrestlers are superheroes and billionaires are supervillains.
Oh, true.
That is
okay. So you're going to be a face.
Clip that and put it on a shirt. My God.
Yeah, there you go. It's new merch.
Very accurate.
Wolf Glick can have his stupid notebook, and you can have your wrestling t-shirt.
We do not talk down about Wolf Glick in this house.
Sorry, Mr. Glick. Please unblock me on Twitter. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
Okay, this question actually comes from Mark, co-panelist. Mark wants to know how you feel about what they did to poor Sami Zayn.
Great person to. Wait, Mark wants to talk about professional wrestling?
Mark wants to know what you did, because he watches wrestling too. He wants to know how you feel about what they did to poor Sami Zayn with the world title. Do you think he's got hard done by?
Is his actual name Mark, or is this like a bit?
No, he's Mark Murray.
Mark Murray, aka Comrade Clown VGC. Go watch his YouTube content. It's not as good as Moxie Boosted, but still watch it anyway.
He did make Baton Pass Incineroar work though, which
nasty
was hilarious.
Plot, Baton Pass Incineroar. Yeah, we don't speak of that.
Yeah, Mark's like a slang term in the wrestling community. For
no, not that kind of Mark. Like an actual Mark wants to know.
His actual name is Mark, yeah.
I think that I was anti Sammy losing the title until I was in the All-State Arena and CM Punk walked out. At that point, I said, get that title off him as soon as possible.
Okay, so you're a simp. Yeah, good. All right.
I really liked Sammy as champion. I thought it was a good bit. I was hoping Johnny Gargano would wake up, but he's still in stasis.
Oh no! Are you a Danhausen fan?
Yeah, I love Danhausen.
Yeah, me too. I love that Danhausen and his human monies. Wish I had some more human monies. Okay, this question.
I have a signed Danhausen poster.
Ooh, okay.
Hey.
If you subscribe to our podcast, Moxie, you could win a signed poster of my mum modeling swimwear in the 70s. If you want to add that to the Danhausen poster collection,
I can't just have that as like a gift for being on the show. You know,
if you get me,
you know what I could be doing right now. I don't get the poster. All right.
I mean, I could always bring one with Worlds with me this year.
No. If he wants a poster signed by my mum, and I trust me, they're worth it. I might give you a little sneak peek in the DMs. I won. Wolf clicked unblock me on Twitter. That's the cost. That is the
I
cost.
can't do that. I don't know how to do that.
Well, not with that attitude.
I told you, like with Wolf, you're either blocked or he's not following you, and I am in the latter camp, and I can't DM him.
Okay. My question for you is, what have you got against fireworks? You quite publicly hate fireworks, apparently.
Yeah, they're loud and annoying.
Kind of like a lot of Pokemon players.
Most Pokemon players I know
it's the same deal. For me, it's mostly just like I think I liked fireworks when I was little. I was like, cool, awesome. And then like firework technology has improved quite a bit, but I think we've reached the end state where we can start just doing drone shows, and that's a little bit more entertaining.
Good.
Yeah, I was
just a little bit more
that.
entertaining for me, and it's also quiet. So I don't know. It's mostly just that, like, I need you to know, I live in Chicago, right? There are so many fireworks going off that when you walk through Chicago on the 4th of July, it was a thick smog. The render distance was low. It was insane just how much smoke was in the air. Yeah, it's mostly just like the volume thing for me. And like at some point I want to go to bed.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the drone show at Honolulu. I was like, this is better than fireworks. Why don't we just do this?
Yeah.
Until they like, you know, they had in Sydney earlier this year where they all just fell out of the sky.
Oh, really?
At the Vivid Light Show, yeah. Okay, these questions are going to be like rapid fire and only about 50% of them are Pokemon related. Just warning you now.
Hate.
AM Gaming 04 wants to know, what could you throw further, a baguette or a naan bread?
This is a used bit.
Well, we have to think about the physics of this. Naan bread, I can throw like a Frisbee. A baguette, I would have to throw like a football. So you guys don't have that down there. So for you, it'd be the naan bread. But
we have a little bit of flag here. Mostly at university.
I could probably get like a good spiral in the baguette, but
yeah,
I'm thinking it probably is the naan bread. I think I could get a good Frisbee throw on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard people say they could javelin the baguette, but I think spiraling them like a football is more accurate in how you would actually propel a baguette.
Yeah, and also as a former rugby player, we kind of when we do the line outs, we do kind of throw it over our head and spiral it like a gridiron American football.
I think a baguette has way better aerodynamics than a floppy naan bread.
Yeah.
Depends. Is the naan bread is it soggy or is it cut crispy? You know, there's a whole physics discussion to be had here, but we just
pack it fresh.
It's all about reducing the air resistance on it, like the drag.
Yes.
So if the naan bread is perfectly flat, there's less surface area for it to catch the air. But the baguette will always have more surface area. It's just a matter of skill. I think the naan bread has the higher skill ceiling.
Fair enough. All right, Matty B wants to know, how deep will Mouse hold with Pop Bomb wide lens go at Worlds this year?
I don't think it's gonna make it to day 2.
All right, ooh, that's fair. I actually think
Mouse.
I actually like it, but I'm also in like, you know, low.
I'm not a believer,
tier.
but Maluka got like 22nd on the last ranked ladder.
Another question from AM Gaming wants to know, would be a serious question. What do you do to help control yourself from tilting or over adjusting when you end up in a bad scenario or down a game?
Okay, so here's the best answer I can give. I already don't care when I start the match.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, like I someone asked me this on stream and I said like, okay, so here's like a pro tip that a lot of people won't tell you when you're laddering and you get angry. It's that the game isn't real.
Yep.
Yeah, that's so valid.
Chris, take notes.
I'm like, there's a lot of things in life. There's a lot of things in life that should make you mad. You know, not having a lot of money and working a lot.
Yeah.
The Cubs, you know, Elon Musk, like these things should make you
should
upset.
make you mad,
Pokemon should make you happy.
Yeah.
Sorry, the Cubs tickled my funny bone.
I went 2-4 drop.
No, but when you
Melbourne
when you
Regionals,
do
did not
like
tilt.
your Chris summits and ladder sessions, you crash out so hard, like at the
man.
dumbest shit. Like,
Okay.
you gotta develop, you know, just not care.
My crash outs are part of
That's part of the content.
part of the content at this point.
We streamed global challenge matches and a focus blast Hisui and Typhlosion ended the stream basically. So
Yeah.
I was going to win that game. He cheated. First of all, why did it hit? I got my focus blast never hit.
That clip is good. Yeah.
it's so good.
It's not good. All right. Artistic Aphid wants to know, will Wo Chen get another shot?
No,
Oh no!
I agree.
That's heartbreaking. He even posted
I'm
the
gonna
photo.
get the Wo-Chen Professor. I'll get the Professor title when it comes to Champions.
Yep.
I'll probably bring it to like one tournament, but like I gotta start trying to win these games.
Bring it to another tournament. It's another shot. I reckon that's a yes.
Yeah, as somebody who ground out the Professor title on a dumb Pokemon, I don't know if I want to do it again.
He did it on Pikachu.
I did it on Pikachu.
I'm gonna try to make a video about getting the cast form Professor. I'm gonna try to do that.
Oh, okay. When there's some people wanted to ask you about cast form. They said if you could, do you think it should get a Sandstorm form? Was one of the questions.
Objectively, yes, but I don't think it's gonna. I think that they're done with it. I think that's not a Pokemon they're thinking of.
Yeah, I think that's accurate.
Fair enough. Vox Screen wants to know how many boosts do you currently have?
Well, let me think. So 2006 when I was driving my car. No, 0.
Zero. Okay, fair enough. Sleepy Q wants to know where did the obsession for Wo-Chen actually come from?
Okay, so I think I've talked about this once before, but it actually has to do with VGC 2018. In VGC 2018, I loved playing Manectric, Tapu Fini, Gothitelle balance, like the control team with like Incineroar, where you just lower damage output to the point where you can pin people in positions with like Water Yimsy, Tapu Fini, and Mega Manectric. And I loved that style of playing the game where you just pivot intimidates in and out and keep them on the field with Gothitelle. Didn't work in Gen 8 because Dynamax just completely neutered Gothitelle. You can just annihilate it, right? And when Gen 9 came out, I saw Wo-Chen and I went, oh my God, it's basically a permanent grass type intimidator that heals. This would go so great on this archetype. It wasn't good. And then I said, okay, well, hypothetically, it does seem like a really cool Pokemon. I want to make it work. And then it just became like an obsession. Like I need to make this thing work. It has to be good.
It's so frustrating though, because like
snail.
It's just like and a snail, and it's just like the design's really peak as well, and the shiny and everything.
Such
but like,
good design, yeah.
like just like it's on the cusp of being good. That's what really annoys me.
I was a big believer in Reg C, and I don't think I touched it outside of Reg C again.
Non-believer.
Yeah, I had a brief period of being a Wo-Chen believer.
Yeah, I actually think like. I don't know. I think it's got potential. And now they're also like Unseen Fist is nerfed. Maybe there's an opportunity in the future. All right.
It's a little bit better now.
Yeah. Assuming that Champions does eventually feature multiple generational mechanics simultaneously, what two mechanics would you like to see most for a format?
I think next one, I have a feeling they're going to go in order. I'm hoping they don't bring back Dynamax for like the next decade. But
yes.
I think I'm tired of terrestrialization. I think I'm okay like not playing with it for a while.
Yep.
So it just kind of default to Z move, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I can respect that. I think we've had Mega Z move at the same time before, and I thought it was fine. So I think
it works.
Yeah, we know it works.
I didn't play in that format, and I think I would like to experience it.
I think it's going to be a different kettle of fish. So with Open Team Sheet, we haven't done that before. Mm-hmm. So there's no surprise Z move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
But probably a good thing, I'd say.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm kind of enjoying closed team sheet on Pokemon Champions ladder. Skittles wants to know, which Mega, existing or not, would you give Moxie to as an ability?
Scolipede.
Nice.
Yeah. Speed boost, protect, and then evolve. and then get it. Yeah.
I like that.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot better than battle armor.
Yeah.
Skittles also wants to know, do you think the champions should have casual formats like Little Cup, Monotype, etc. as monthly challenges?
Oh, 100%. I think that it's a throw that they don't right now.
Mm. Yeah, I'm looking forward to NFEs hopefully being introduced soon. There are some that I would like to play with.
I really think that, I know that it's like they're a small indie company. I know we have to expect them to do the bare minimum, but like, I just don't think there's no reason why they couldn't have put in like 6v6 singles. There's no reason why they couldn't have put in like more various types of battles.
I think the reason,
or like a single player, like, sort of like a battle tower type facility. There's no reason they couldn't have done that.
I think the reason is kind of just very specifically the intention of the game is to introduce a new group of people to VGC and BSS, and they're just going to somewhat slowly in the 2027 season reintroduce things that we've had for years.
But if you read, and we read these out on previous episodes, Marco, is like it's like the 1-star Google reviews of Pokemon Champions, right? I think it's
funny.
it's almost failed in a way, getting the new players, like introducing them to the VGC. Like, I think they've missed the mark slightly.
If you read a lot of those reviews, though, you can tell they've played singles. So many of the 1-stars, they've attempted to play singles.
It's that a lot of those people are people who like played Pokemon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they never engaged with like online battles, but like, you know, they've beaten the main story. And like, I think in their mind, they think that like, because they know the type chart, that they should be winning these fights, and then they just don't because it's a lot more complicated than the type chart. And I think that frustrates them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to come back to. Like, I kind of stopped playing at the end of Scavvy because I was like, part of it was my own fault for never getting a Switch 2 and like the game just being constantly slow. But like, I get somewhat because I've reintroduced myself to play with champions, but I did at least start with a history of somewhat understanding, and I can empathize with new players not being.
Yeah.
I don't want to say handheld, but like you do have to do a lot of learning to go from how did I beat the Elite Four to how do I beat this stranger online?
People are like, where are the gym leaders? Where is Team Rocket? Like, they don't get the whole point of the game. Like, but yeah, that's just Chestnuts wants to know, hello, Mr.
The gym leaders. The gym leaders are a Master Ball tier, and Team Rocket is the hard tricking players.
I like that.
I've always wanted to be a Team Rocket grunt. I've cosplayed as that before. I'll be that. Okay. Mr. Boosted, I first started watching you mainly for your VGC history content. With the release of Champions and new burst interest in VGC, have you considered revisiting some of your historically focused content / topics with the new context of Champions?
Yeah, we're doing some remakes of old videos just with the higher production quality, because back in like 2023, 2024, the videos I made were like 10, 15 minutes. And now we're aiming for like 40 minutes to an hour with like better presentation. So
nice.
we are remaking some old videos right now.
Yeah. I mean, you've already gone through like, which is the worst type of like, fire type, which is the worst water type. You've done all those videos. Yeah. You've been through the 18 types.
Not all of them. I only did the starters.
Oh.
I did what's the best water starter, what's the best fire starter, what's the best grass starter.
Plenty more content to milk.
Still have to go through like, yeah,
absolutely. Hector Steele wants to know, if you could add a weather / terrain of any type, what would you give it to and why? What type would you give it to and why?
Add
bug
terrain.
Swarm.
Bugs deserve some kind of terrain, something to boost their power. I don't know if it would even help, but yeah, they need something.
30% buff to all bugs, probably not enough.
I wonder if like how you could do.
I thought that like a hypothetical good buff to bugs would just be that all bug types ignore redirection, because there's no bug type that's so broken that like that would break it, but it would help them all out a lot.
I did actually think about that as a buff for bugs, and I thought about like in real life lore, like there are bugs that can get like parasites in their brain that redirects them. I was like, hang on, maybe they're not immune to parasites. So I always try and relate it to real life lore, but that's just me overthinking things. But I think like a swarm weather, what if like swarm weather gave all bug types the simple ability? So like in swarm weather, bugs, if they did like a swords dance, they go +4. Or if they did like a calm mind, they go +2/+2.
Yeah, or you could do like a parental bond style thing with like a 25% follow-up hit.
Look, feel free to steal that for your next video content.
Actually, that might be the right one, just the follow-up hit.
Oh, yeah, true. Parental bond for all bug attacks, but they're still resisted by every type. That's the problem. So they need to fix that too. I'm just skipping through all the... Ask him why Castle never got a sand form, and if he thinks they'll add one in wind and waves. That's pure speculation. But I mean, it'd be a throw if they didn't, right? If they didn't add more cast form for wind and waves.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe. I don't think they think it's a throw.
Yeah.
I don't think they think about it at all.
Yeah.
Speaking of bug types, I read an interesting idea on Twitter that, about Pokemon that could get 0 to hero ability like Palafin. And that
Ledian.
Give Ledian 0 to hero instead of like fucking Iron Fist or whatever it has as its hidden ability. Like,
oh yeah,
would that not be
35 attack stat? That
would be crazy cool. Like they could just give it like an infinitely crazy BST boost on the 0 to hero switch in.
Yeah, like Palafin.
Yeah, in a different form. Yep. That would literally
give it like a priority move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it. I would actually, I think I'd prefer that over an evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still get to use Ledian.
Yeah, it's true. I personally like the design of Ledian now. So being able to bring this little adorable little ladybug and then like switch out.
And it's broken.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Melbourne Matt would like to know, do you think the changes to the world's qualification system have worked and created a more exclusive event like they have intended? And would you make any changes to the system in any way?
I kind of like it as it is. I think the one thing I don't like, and I'm not sure how easily circumventable it is that if you're not already in like, top 30, you can pretty easily lose your spot just by not showing up to like NAIC, or like your last major event for your region. I think that's like a huge downside. That's like my main issue with it is just like if you get sick, you can just miss your invite.
Yeah.
There's no like safety net for qualification. It's other than winning a regional and top 4 in an IC. If you're like
in the bottom half of the the invites, you can't sit still. You have to you still be going to stuff.
Got to be grinding.
Yeah, I think that's my only issue with it because my friend MJ literally he missed his invite because he couldn't get into NAIC.
Fuck. That's terrible.
Wild.
Yeah.
If someone wanted to know which like non-mega Pokemon do you think you could add to Regulation MB to like make the format better?
Gastrodon. I think Gastrodon would be absurdly good right now. It's good into Basket Legion. It basically like completely shuts down the Scarf variants. It's good into Archaludon. It is somewhat good into Charizard under the right conditions. Like it can be useful. Like throwing out Yawns and stuff it's strong. It's a Pokemon that I think would not like change the format completely, but it would do enough like meta shifting where we'd see like different teams in Top Cut.
And actually have an Earth Power user in the format. That would be nice.
Yeah. A real Earth Power user, please.
One with
Meganium gets
yeah.
Crazy.
Sorry,
good into Gambit, good into Arch, good into Sneasler. It's a good Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. So do you think, what are your thoughts on Regulation MB? Like, do you think it needs fixing? We've been joking in recent weeks that it's basically Regulation MA with a Life Orb on like Garchomp or Basket Legion. Do you think it's a bit sort of centralized? Is there anything you think would fix it a bit?
I think that Regulation MB is the it's kind of like it's the Regulation E to Regulation D, right? Like there's hardly anything added that changes the game. There's a few cool new tools. You got the Ogerpon, you got the Okidogi. That's pretty cool, but that's basically it. I'm okay with the current state of MB. I do think that we've kind of centralized around like Charizard just being the best team in the format, and there's not really much of a discussion besides that. And that's okay for the time being. I don't think that. I think that a lot of people were kind of like upset with the idea that like we'd be playing a completely different format for Worlds, but like in reality, I think that they added just enough to keep people intrigued without like changing the format enough that it feels completely new. Because I know people hate when there's a new format exclusively for Worlds, and this is like I consider it a little bit of a win.
It is a win, actually. I never thought of it like that because I also don't like a completely new format for Worlds, but MB it's just a little bit, it's not too drastic of a change.
It has a little bit of spice.
Yeah, just to keep it fresh and interesting, but not like totally change the game like, a Shifu, Tornadus, Cresselia, Luna did in Regulation D.
Yeah, I think this is the safest way to give it a new format without like, screwing over people who were only able to attend events in Reg A or MA.
Yeah.
It is crazy though that it's just so crazy how Mega Charizard Y has become so like, okay, let's talk about just like mention just the Champions Festival Encore event that just happened over the weekend. Alex Underhill won with suddenly we've now got Sun Rain.
Yeah.
It's not the first time we've seen it though.
But it's just wild to me that Zard's even good in rain now. Like it's good in everything.
Zard brings its own tools.
It can change it on a dime,
Yeah.
Just like, because we are journalists, the winning team was Citrus Berry Pelipper, Leftovers Archaludons, Choice Scarf Basculesian with adaptability, Light Clay Grimmsnarl, Venusaur Focus Sash, and Mega Charizard Y with, Heatwave.
Standard.
The standard. But like
the main move is Weather Ball in this comp. Because the fact they can, still attack even with your own rain up makes it really flexible.
Yeah.
I think that the real thing that kind of like it's kind of intuitive when we get down to it. We're playing a game with very limited team building at the moment. Like it's a very limited team building game. I think even less options than like Scarlet Violet on release, which that's by design. You know, we're playing the limited format right now, so that way people can learn and it won't be as much of a headache to learn down the road. I think that limited team building option dynamic of the game leads to people sacrificing certain matchups, right? Some people will sacrifice the rain matchup to make sure sun is positive. No one sacrifices the sun matchup to make sure that rain is positive, you know? But what happens when you got to play both at once? Like, I think that it's really just as simple as that. Like, a lot of people don't have the tools to play both at once. There's not like the Pokemon that shows up to beat rain on a lot of teams is something like a Sinistcha, right? Like you have like your grass type, you have like the Trick Room Setter to help beat like the heavy offense of rain. But like what happens when there's a Charizard on that team? Suddenly Sinistcha is not so safe to bring to every game. And now there's a lot of really tough decisions that have to be made in team preview. And I think that's kind of what it comes down to.
Yeah. When I saw that team, I was like, damn it, we're at Groudon Kyogre already.
Yeah.
Somehow.
It reminds me of the Sword and Shield Kyogre, Venusaur with Weatherball and Torkoal with P2.
Yeah.
That team. Kind of like that.
Yeah, it's very similar.
Very nice. Groovy. Well, we'll begin to wrap up. Thank you so much, Moxie, for agreeing to chat to us again and being so generous with your time. We do appreciate that and all your insights to the game. It's great to chat with people such as yourself.
Oh, thank you. Like, I mean, I've been on this show before. It was a fun time the first time. It was a fun time the second time. So if there's a third time, just let me know.
Let us know, subs and listeners, what you thought of the sequel, what you thought of, the O2 Drop, 2 Moxie, 2 Boosted.
And the Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody knows, but just in case, for some reason, you listen to the O2 Drop and you've never heard of Moxie Boosted, where can people follow you?
https://www.youtube.com/Moxie Boosted and also https://www.youtube.com/@Moxie Boosted's gym. I have a TCG channel I haven't uploaded to since Champions came out.
Amazing.
Nice. And this channel is sponsored by Gamer Subs.
Unfortunately, we're not.
That one.
But if you do want to sponsor us,
is I was at a birthday party and we went to a bar and one of the bartenders had a Gamer Sub sticker on her shaker, and I found out that she's actually a streamer as well who's a partner with them, and now I have a new friend. So
awesome.
Gamer Subs, if anything, has made me a new friend.
That's awesome.
Bringing content creators together.
Thank you to our listeners for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode and you want more, we do record an additional episode every week, which we call The Bottom Cut. If you want to get access to that, please check out the02drop.com. You'll be redirected to our Buzzsprout page, where for as little as $3 American per month, you will gain access to those additional episodes. Currently over 200 hours, that we have recorded. You'll gain access to our Discord server where we play Mafia. We do Limitless tours. There are pictures of Chris's mum modeling in the 70s, and you'll get also the Top Cut content, which is produced by 3-time Perth regional champion Alistair Sandover and Melbourne regional champion of 2024 Kieran Singh, where they will try and educate you on becoming a better VGC player, which is exclusive to O2 Drop subscribers. So do check that out if you are interested. Once again, thank you so much to Moxie Boosted, Marcos Perez. We have enjoyed catching up with you again.
Yeah, it's been all right.
I hope we get to do it again in the future and potentially run into each other at Worlds this year.
No, he's going to come to Australia. We're going to get Moxie Boosted down under. When they give us OCIC back,
yep.
And we've already pledged that if he comes to an Australian event, it'll be drinks and food on us.
Yes, tequila
already
tasting.
hiding in Australia. You can find me in Bendigo.
Bendigo. You won't be able to hide in Bendigo. It's a pretty small town.
I mean, good place to hide.
Yeah.
We'll find you.
You'll find you.
Until next time, friends.